हम सब जानते हैं that Nike dominates the athletic wear market, holding more than a third of the market share alone and outselling all its competitors for years. But this year was not the same for Nike. Their dominance was challenged and not by any competitor, but by themselves. This year they saw a significant dip in sales and lost 25 billion in market value. In February, the company announced layoff and a plan to cut 2 billion in cost to stabilize the business. So what's the reason behind this downturn? Nike ने खुद के पैरों पे कुल्हाड़ी मारी, but कैसे? Let's see. Shifting priorities and missed opportunities. If we talk about the turning point for Nike, सबसे बड़ा change happened in 2020 when Mark Parker, who was with Nike for over 40 years, stepped down after serving 16 years as the CEO. John Donahoe, his replacement, had different plans. Donahoe, along with President Hedy O'Neill, focused on a consumer direct acceleration strategy, focusing heavily on digital and direct-to-consumer sales. The idea was simple: reduce reliance on wholesale channels जहाँ profit margins कम हैं and prioritize direct connections with consumers through Nike's own platform. Initially, this seemed like the right move. During COVID, e-commerce boomed and Nike was quick to capitalize. By 2020, digital channels accounted for 30% of total sales, 3 years ahead of their schedule. But this shift towards D2C came at a cost. Nike का model change did not just focus on D2C, it also involved a complete overhaul of their internal structure. The company decided to eliminate traditional product categories like running, basketball, and football in favor of gender-led approach, aligning more with generic fashion brands like Zara or H&M. According to reports, ये change McKinsey ने advise किया था and काफी उत्सुकता के साथ leadership ने accept भी किया. The goal was to streamline operations, cut costs, and rely more on data-driven insights, the so-called flywheel, instead of deep product knowledge. However, this decision backfired. Hundreds of experienced employees were let go, जिनके साथ सालों का experience in category-specific product development भी Nike ने खो दिया. Gender-led product strategy shift से बहुत noticeable decline आया in innovation, energy, and relevance of Nike's product lineup. By late 2023, after a disappointing Q2 result, Nike reversed course, reintroducing the categories under the branded name Fields of Play. However, the damage was done. Nike had lost grounds to competitor, particularly in specialized sports categories. Before 2021, Nike was generating more than $25 billion annually on the backbone of its wholesale business. लेकिन नई leadership का vision was to make D2C the primary revenue source by 2025. Nike अपने बरसों पुराने retail partners से contracts तोड़ने लगा, which drastically reduced their wholesale distribution. This strategy assumed that consumers would naturally follow Nike wherever it went, primarily online. But ऐसा नहीं हुआ. When the preferred stores stopped carrying Nike products, they simply switched to other brands. This created unexpected consequences. Wholesale partners were now free of Nike's dominance. They started offering shelf space to competitors like Adidas and other emerging brands. The loss of wholesale revenue was compounded by operational issues, with Nike struggling to manage inventory. उनका data-driven model product demand accurately नहीं estimate लगा पाया. That led to a massive overstock issue. From May 2021 to November 2022, Nike's inventory boomed from $6.5 billion to $10 billion, causing widespread discounting जिससे margins और brand equity दोनों dilute हो जाते हैं. अपनी इन गलतियों से सीख के Nike is now working to rebuild relationship with wholesale partners and refocus on product innovation, especially in performance categories like running. Nike's one unassailable position in the market has been weakened by strategic overcorrections. Competitors have filled the gap left by Nike's retreat from wholesale, and consumers have proven less loyal than expected. Conclusion: Nike remains a dominant force in the industry, but the past few years have been a humbling lesson in overconfidence and strategic miscalculation. The company's historical strength lies in its ability to adapt, innovate, and inspire. While recovery will take time, Nike's leadership is now focused on correcting course, even if revenue growth in 2024 remains slow. They've weathered tough times before, and many believe they have the resilience to bounce back stronger. So what do you think? Can Nike regain its footing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below.